What is going on, you guys? It is that time of the year again. We're going to talk about the National. If you haven't been sick of it just yet, well, you will be here in the next week or two for sure. But I wanted to kind of come up with an idea to where everyone could get involved. And so I kind of came up with this idea for us all to talk about our favorite memories, favorite stories of the show, maybe favorite pickups, any of that stuff. And then later on in the show, we have some pictures that Baseball Collector sent us of the venue for the Thursday night meet and greet. So if you want to join in, just go ahead and ask in the comment section for the link. I'll send you the link and you can come on in and join. There's really no rules here. We're just going to shoot the breeze for a little bit. Let's see. And I'll bring in a couple friends right now. How about these two studs?
Is that how you do it? What's
Is that how you do it? Is that how you do it?
What's up, guys?
Oh, what do we got, boys?
Well,
3 weeks from today will be opening night. It'll be Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 3 weeks from Sunday, we'll all be heading back from the show.
I know. I'm sad already. It's almost over.
Saturday. It's almost over. I love it. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, thanks for having me on.
Oh, like I said, man, we're all just here just to bullshit. This is really a conversation we would have normally just without going live. So
yeah, you're welcome for having me on.
Yeah, you got my PayPal payment.
Yeah.
Ron Fig, what's up?
We were just talking about Ron Fig today.
So we'll go ahead and get, I guess, us out of the way in case more people join. JT, what's maybe your favorite memory or story from Nationals past, if you have one?
Oh man, there's so many I could tell. Some really funny ones, then some that are not so funny. Like I'll never forget the time that Mike and I went to go negotiate on the Pete Rose rookie, and this dealer just flat out tells Mike, like, yeah, we're not giving out any deals here. You want some deals? You go over to Baseball Card Exchange.
That was Chris. That was Chris.
I had never been more taken back.
That was Chris from Niagara Sports Cards.
It was incredibly nice. I ran into him in our hotel lobby the following year.
Yeah, he is.
But it was just one of those times.
He runs the LCS. When I cross over to the US, that's the LCS that I go to. It's his place, and he's actually a good guy. That's why I thought it was kind of funny when Mike might have caught him on a bad time.
I think what I like about that story is we hear all the time Mike talking about, yep, I'm not paying that. Nope, not paying sticker. And so for that dude to be like, nope, no deal. Like we're not giving out deals.
Yeah.
That's great.
I got one more too from last year's show. And this one involves you, little buddy. It involves our other little Canadian buddy there too. So I'm playing valet and moving the Canadian Jeep out of the parking fire lane in front of the hotel. And I'm coming back to get his keys. And I tell Garrett, like, hey, I think I just saw Gary V down in the lobby. And Garrett's like, oh, no way, dude. I've got stuff for him to sign. And I think he's just like BSing me. Like, no, this dude whips out a binder. And it's like an old school binder where it's all 9 of the same card on the same page. He's got like 10 Allen and Ginter cards of Gary V. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm not taking all these down there. I told him I'd take like 2. So he just pulls out 2 really quick. And I go down and I'm like looking for him. I'm like, oh, crap, I missed him. And then I'm about to head back upstairs, give up on it, and I see someone waiting by the elevator, and I kind of look over like, is that who I think it is? And he kind of gives me a wink and a nod. I'm like, that's definitely him. So I go over there, and he ends up signing it, and then a bunch of other fanboys come up, and then Garrett, I think, goes down and tries to get more signatures later. But that was just...
I couldn't find him.
Yeah. You never know who you're going to run into. But that was kind of cool. That was like as soon as we got there on Tuesday last year.
Dude, so was it Tuesday or Wednesday last year? I know Moynihan was definitely there. I think guys. Well, I think Canadian, you were there, but we were sitting down in the lobby just chilling out, and freaking Mr. T walked by.
I was there
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
that was Tuesday.
Like he wasn't even at the show. Like no vendor
Yeah.
brought him in. He wasn't doing signings. It's just Mr. T walked by, and we're like, what the hell?
Yeah, Mr. T was not looking like the Mr. T of old.
It's like a lowercase T now.
Yeah, exactly. Might even be Mrs. T.
Mrs. T.
He was. I just remember you're like, that. Don't look now, but Mr. T's coming. We're like, shut up, whatever. I had my back to it, and then he walked by the side of us, and someone just yelled out, "Hey T!" And he turned around. He got all in character. You remember? He's like, "Who called me? Who called me?" Like, and his publicist or whatever's like, "Come on." He's like, "No, I got fans. I got to talk to." And we're like,
Yeah,
"Oh
that
my
was
God."
cool, man. That was
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, it was kind of neat.
Yeah, his handler was like trying to rush him, and he was like, "No, man, I got fans here that called me."
I got to talk to my people. I got to talk to my people. So
that reminds me of another story that since Mr. Baseball Collector is down there in the chat, I'll tell this to embarrass him a little bit.
He's going to join soon.
Okay, I'll save this for when he comes on so that we can get his reaction to it, because this is one of my favorite stories to tell. It involves the NFT party.
When was the last time it was in Baltimore?
2014, I want to say.
Okay. Tiff and I went then, and I was part of the community, but I was kind of a newer guy in the community. And so I knew a lot of people, but they didn't necessarily know me. And I was at a table, and I don't think y'all know him, but Ryan from RBI Crew 7, Ryan Bannister.
Yeah.
He was a big YouTuber at the time, or bigger at the time. Like back then, you were a mega YouTuber if you had like 700 subscribers. And I seen Ryan Bannister was at the same table as me, like looking through dollar cards, and I was like, Jeff, Ryan from RBI.
it's him.
Who the fuck is that? That was my first YouTuber I ever seen. Oh, and actually, let me see if I can share a picture here.
Oh, we're gonna get an old school photo from there?
Nope.
No.
Baseball.
He just developed
just
the Polaroid. Oh, hey.
Yeah, that's Mr. T. Mr. T's looking rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking rough. Like the Dynaball's wearing off on that photo. For sure. Oh,
What is going on? We have a good 50% ratio of mics right now.
Need some more mics to join in.
Yeah. Actually, Moeller was here before we went live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3-2 on the mics.
Canadian, what you got, man? You got any favorite stories or memories?
No.
Okay, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think the whole event's a good time. Like nothing that really stands out that I can think of off the top of my head. I think it's just, hanging out with your buddies, like-minded people, shooting the breeze. It is cliche to say it, but I actually think that the cards are secondary at that show. It's what brings us together.
Right.
It's like a guys' weekend type thing. But I always find a lot of times you don't get the greatest deals at the National because, I mean, it's not cheap for those vendors to set up. And I know it's different now because they can only have like two people per table or whatever the rules are. But sometimes, like, there's people set up and there's like 6 people at their, double or triple booth, and they're just going nonstop. So it's kind of one of those things that I don't know. I just think their overhead's really high. all the big shows, I imagine. I know the sports card expos like that. You can get things a lot cheaper at a local show than you can at the sports card expo. So I
You
think
know,
it's just a good place to congregate, though.
one thing I've never really thought of until right now, I guess like an underrated cool thing that I think of is like every morning, you kind of call your buddies and you end up eating breakfast together. And so, there's like 4 or 5 of us. Um, and you end up kind of just talking about, hey, what are you looking for today? Okay,
Yep.
what are you looking for today? And it kind of like gets everything going. Like, okay, I know I'm looking for this, but JT's looking for this, and Mike's looking for this. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just kind of cool, getting a vibe check before the doors open.
Yeah. Yeah. I could always count on JT in the past. Always. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm looking for one of these. I'd just say it in passing, and he'd be like, okay, go to booth so and so. I'm there right now. And I'm like, wow, okay, he's found one. That's where I got my Devers Sapphire auto. Was I think that was at the 2021 show, something like
It
that. So
was.
yeah, yeah, and that baby gemmed.
What about you, baseball collector?
As far as good stories,
Yeah, any good memories, stories, whatever.
I had a good memory at the national meeting Canadian Mike for the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where we met.
Yep, that's right. That's right. That's the first time.
You had
2019.
said, yeah, you were like, hey, you were pretty new, right, to the
Yeah,
community. And you're
couple
like,
months.
hey, I want to talk to you at the show. And you were up in the little seated area.
Mm-hmm.
And I came to meet you.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That just goes to show I'll meet anybody. I don't care. I wish I would have not taken that meeting, but
Yeah, you're the best.
Yeah. No kidding. I wish you didn't take it either.
hey, you did laugh when the lady hollered at me.
Yeah, because at the time I didn't know you from Adam. Some chick was like, "Oh, there's baseball collector." I'm like, "You got fucking groupies here, or what's going on?" And he's just like,
some
"Oh,
crazy lady."
And now I'd be like rolling my eyes, like, "Oh fuck, someone knows Mike again. Here we go. Got to do the autograph signing session, right?"
No, JT's doing his this year because his channel's blown up.
Yeah, JT, yours has really taken on some traction this year.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful.
Yeah, now that
His
you've
only
put
answer is
like 10% freaking effort into your videos, it's really paid off.
No, man. Just imagine what I could do with 20.
Oh, David, you got to go to the National, man. If you haven't, at least try it.
Yeah. 3-hour drive. You can go for the day. You know,
Yeah, man.
get there at 9 o'clock, on the road by 6. You'll be home by 9 o'clock that night. Make it a 12-hour day. At least.
I will say, finish up, Mike. Sorry.
No, that was it.
The hard thing now is it's so big. Like I would say 5 or 6 years ago, going for one day wouldn't be as great, but it wouldn't be. You could get a lot out of it. Now there's just so much. One day feels like I would barely scratch the surface with all that there is to see.
But you would still spend all your money and have about 2 hours left over.
Yeah, exactly.
Not untrue.
He'd be leaving at noon.
Dude, I'll get into the show.
Yeah.
The show will open up and I've been in there a couple hours or whatever, and I find Dave. Like it's no kidding. I always see Blue Jacket, and he's like, "How much of your money do you have? Like, have you already spent all your money?" That's the first question he asks me every time, and usually the answer is yes. I spent all my money.
Yeah,
but
I have $36 left, and it's Wednesday.
Like, what's y'all's thoughts on them buckling down this year on all the passes? I don't even know if that's like public knowledge, and we don't have to go deep into it, but I know they've really cracked down on like media passes, dealer passes. I know baseball collector. You've talked about it a couple times on your channel. This is what, the first full year of the new ownership group? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It is.
Yeah, I think in years past it was so willy-nilly. I think it was just a matter of time. I mean, that's a lot of money they're losing out on letting all these people in.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, you have to buy the dealer passes. They're not free.
Yeah.
Right.
And truth, like it's, I don't even want to. I better be careful how much I disclose here.
Yeah.
But
please.
They are close to the cost of a VIP pass.
Right.
You know, so it's not like they're losing that much money if 20 extra people or 50 extra people or 100 extra people buy a dealer pass that aren't really dealers. They just buy them from a dealer friend. You know?
So if it's not the monetary deal that's motivating them for this, what do you think it is?
Just trying to assert their authority. You know, seriously, like, yeah, they just want to be like, okay, we're going to tighten up the ship on how all this works, just to show that shenanigans or whatever. And I mean, because you give an inch, right? People want to take a mile.
Yeah.
And
she blind them with tractors.
Yeah.
Didn't he go through one show without any pass the whole weekend?
That was pretty funny. That was
he just walked in one day, and every day they were just nodding at him. How you doing? He's like, hey, no pass, no nothing. He just kept trucking.
No, golly, again, how much to disclose and how much not to. We had an in through the back. I had a pass, and the guy that was escorting us said, just come with me. And he waves at him, and hey, they're with me. They're coming back here. And then Andy just walks into the show, and did that every single day. Andy never had to pay one time to get into the show. Nobody said anything. And
good for him.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, if you can save a buck, why not?
It's good to know low people in high places.
Yeah.
You know,
especially for Andy. That's more money that he has to not buy cards with.
Correct.
Yeah. Perfect.
I know I've told this story a lot on my channel. I think it was 2016. It was in Chicago, and I was staying at the DoubleTree. And at that time, a lot of the old heads were still going to the show, and that's where a lot of the older YouTubers that no longer make videos, they still stay at the DoubleTree when it's in Chicago. And at the time, man, that lobby was just packed with athletes. Like Bobby Knight was there. He walked through. Paul Hornung was there. Henry Winkler walked through. And then out of nowhere, like Lawrence Taylor's just sitting at the bar and drinking and like just bullshitting with anyone that, would talk to him. He didn't have anyone with him. He didn't have a handler, a lady friend. He had nothing. It was just him. And man, he got drunk as a skunk, man. And he stepped outside and was, smoking a cigar. And I remember Aaron Davis and who was Aaron Davis, Snoop, top 85, 401.
Nate.
Yep, myself. We all kind of just walked out there because we were conversating with him. And man, he started talking about how Aaron Davis wasn't black. He's like, you're light skinned, you're not black. Freaking kind of just making fun of him. And
he said that?
Yeah. Like he was out there, man. And, it was all in good fun. They took it he meant it as a joke, and they took it as a joke. And so the next day, LT had an autograph signing, and I had an autograph ticket for him. And so I got to the line, I handed him my stuff, and I was like, hey, LT, man, I had a freaking blast last night. Bullshitting with you. And he paused and he pointed at me. And he was like, were you that dude that challenged me to a foot race? And I was like, no. What the hell? Like in what world would we just be out and about and someone's challenging LT to a foot race?
Yeah.
Especially with us, with the crowd that I know that goes to the national. Like I ain't challenging anyone to a foot race.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of my more favorite stories.
Garrett, I just sent you a picture.
Okay.
Can you guys guess the athlete?
Oh yeah,
Let's see the picture.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
That was the 2018 national.
Oh, Frank
That's
Robinson.
Frank Robinson.
Frank Robinson. He was eating dinner right next to us. I got up to go back to the room, and he was getting up at the same time, and we both went to the elevator together. We're in the elevator, and I said, "Mr. Robinson, huge fan. Would you mind taking a picture?" And he said, "Sure." And he was super nice, But he died. Like, that was his last national. He died. I can't remember the date, but it wasn't that long after that. He passed away.
What year was that?
18 in Cleveland.
Okay.
The last Cleveland show.
Yeah. So I remember I started watching YouTube in late 2017 or the beginning of 2018. And I remember seeing all the national footage. And it was from Cleveland. I'm like, what's up with this place? There's a Ferris wheel in the hall. I'm like, man, they're really desperate to get a venue. They're in an indoor carnival.
Yeah, I was hoping they were gonna have a roller coaster this year.
But apparently the Ferris wheel is gone now.
It's gone.
In favor of more booths. They can take it down and set up more booths.
I mean, what would you rather have, more dealers or Ferris wheel? I think it's clear we'd rather have a Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel,
yeah,
for sure. For sure. Some carny operating it with small hands, smells like cabbage.
Moynihan, you sent some of us some photos earlier in the week.
Yeah.
If you
that's not it. There it is.
If you just want to talk about what we got here.
Yeah, so Scott, Reindeer Studios, went to the American Legion where we're going to be having the YouTube get-together on Thursday night of National Week, 6 p.m. till, I think, 10. And he took a few pictures, like, here's what it looks like. And I was like, that looks awesome. So we'll have that going on Thursday night.
I'm going to see if I can get these other photos here.
Mike's already picked out his spot to sit the whole night.
Garrett didn't understand why I picked that spot either. Do you know why, Mike?
Well, it's a comfy chair, and you can just ask for another beer.
No,
it's not going to be hard to get another beer.
You're close, but it's
everybody.
It's the seat right in front of the draft taps.
There you go.
That's why I picked it.
And you'll get to see everybody.
Yeah.
There's some big old freaking round tables. Be good to bullshit at. Yeah, there's the chair Mike's talking about. I think this is already sitting on it. Is this upstairs?
No, that'll be downstairs. The upstairs has the next picture. That's the upstairs.
So are we upstairs or like this is pictures of both floors? It's not on both floors.
It'll be potentially. The bottom will hold 150. And then if we have overflow, we can go upstairs.
Yeah.
Hang out up there.
Hey, any of you guys in the comment section, if y'all would like to join, I can send y'all the link. Anyone can. We're just bullshitting here.
I do have another funny athlete story, Garrett.
What you got?
And JT was a witness for this one.
I think this is the one I was going to tell.
Yeah, he said he was going to save it until you got here.
So. Yeah. I love it.
All right.
We were at the Panini event. When was that? Was that AC?
That was AC.
And so Atlantic City, we go to this Panini event because we got in for free or whatever, and go up to the bar, and I'm like, "Hey, you're Andre Reed. Hey, can I see your Super Bowl ring? Do you have any of your Super Bowl?"
Oh.
And he's like, no, man. And then I asked him for hey, can I take a picture? He goes, no, I'll get you later.
Yeah, later never came. We're still waiting on that
The
selfie 2 years later.
Later never came.
There he is right there.
Yep.
Mr. Reed.
That
Set
was,
you Super Bowl ring. It's
Ouch.
one of my 4 runner-up rings. Thanks for bringing that up, though.
Oh, what was that? 21? That was 21, I guess, right?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think we're gonna have a meat raffle at this one though.
Hey,
See,
now.
there's a lot in common where Scott Stuke is talking about the meat raffle. Well, and Carlos can attest to it too. At the expo, there's a guy that shows up in his booth. He just sells meat, like pepperettes. And,
They call
yeah,
him the meat guy or
he's
something.
the meat guy. That's all. You go up there and you'll buy like a bag of pepperettes, and it's something to munch on. And I don't know what else he sells, like beef jerky, and he's the meat guy. Instead, and
the meat guy.
dealers walk up to them, buy loads of shit, go back to their booth, and that's what they eat. Gives them protein. While
I
they're
remember when Eric Norton was doing the Fat Pack podcast. He said he was up there, and he was at the meat guy's booth, and Joe Montana was right next to him, like buying some meat, and he was like the promoter of the show was like, "Hey Joe, like you got a signing right now," and he's like, "Yeah, I'll be there in a minute," and he like walked off with like a huge bag of freaking meat.
yeah. There, Carlos. Yeah, it's called the only one guaranteed to be on a yacht. Exactly.
Because he
Probably-
just sells the piss out of me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Every expo, people are
Hey.
just lined up to buy food.
Carlos, are you going to be there this year? Mike, do you know, is he going?
I don't think so. Not that I've heard of. Although that could be.
Huh. So what are y'all looking forward to, man? Don't give me the friend stuff. Y'all looking for anything in particular this year?
And the
This is
enemies.
it's gonna be a DiMaggio year for me.
You're looking for a DiMaggio?
49 Leaf DiMaggio and a 41 play ball DiMaggio, I think.
Nice.
There's some big boy cards.
I just bought a Burke Ross DiMaggio this morning.
51 or 52?
51. 51? I can't even remember.
Hey, Lou Rock, did you get off work yet? He needs to answer that question.
Yeah, Lou, you need to join the group so you could tell us about y'all's party pad y'all have.
Did you get the pictures I sent you now?
One
of the funnest things about going, usually there's a baseball game to go to, and what's cool about Cleveland actually is, in theory, you could go to. I have buddies that are going to Pittsburgh to watch a game. You can go to obviously Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
That was me and Josh in Chicago.
You probably get to Detroit. It's close enough.
Yeah, Detroit is theoretically possible. Go to the next picture, Garrett. That one's pretty fun. There you go. There's JT.
Barry Sanders.
And Barry Sanders.
And technically, if you drove 4.5 hours and you could cross the border, you could go to Toronto.
I did not ask Barry where his
Super Bowl rings were.
Did not. I actually wanted a selfie with him. So. Did Carlos answer? Is he going?
Yeah, he's not going. He's not going. He just says,
doesn't
if
like
you don't
people.
see me, what's that?
He didn't like people.
No, he likes people. He likes people.
I did buy my new Skechers, JT. You'll be proud of me for the National this year. I'm ready to go.
I still got my
shoes.
old faithfuls.
Yeah, and his black Tigers jersey. Does that make a one-time appearance at the show, or is that a multiple-day thing?
Usually it's a one-time appearance. I don't think I wore it at all last year. I think I just wore my Triple Crown shirts the entire show, which I don't know if I have enough this year to do that.
I'm wearing a V-neck Triple Crown shirt.
You got to wear that V-neck. You lost that bet.
Hey, you've been drinking a lot. We really want you on here then.
Yeah. That's must-see Lou Rock TV.
Oh, man. I think
What?
I was telling, I don't know if it was Moynihan or Canadian, but one of the two. I'm looking to buy autographs en masse this year. Over the past couple months, I've gone full time, I guess you could say, with my eBay store, and that's all the inventory that's on eBay right now. And so I'll be looking to pick up probably 200-300 like signed cards that I can flip and go from there to grow my business. So that's what I'll be looking for.
Nice.
They're
Scrubs or Hall of Famers?
I mean, not scrubs. You can get those on
cheap.
any Facebook group for $1.
He wants cheap.
Yeah, I'll be like,
But dude,
I'll be like Moynihan and be like, and so the dealers are like, we're not giving no freaking deals here, Jack.
Yeah. Take Moynihan with you back to Chris Niagara Sports Cards booth. Hey, any deals today? Watch him snap on mic.
that's okay. I got my Pete Rose rookie, so I'm good.
There you go. Oh, is that what you were looking to buy from him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Garrett, don't you love, people that haven't been may not know this, but there's literally tables with binders full of autograph cards of everything you can imagine, right?
Yeah, and these binders, they're not 3-inch. They're bigger than 3-inch binders, man. Like, I don't know what.
Yeah, they're gigantic.
They're huge. And then the guy, the table that I think you and I are specifically talking about, like, it doesn't even have a top to the binder because it's so damn full.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you spend 10, 15
He tore the cover off.
Yeah, you spend 10, 15 minutes flipping through pages and you look and you're like, I haven't even barely dented this thing. And he has so many of them on his tables.
They're like in a meat tray with a cover on it. They just take the cover off and go through them all.
A meat tray of autos.
The serving trays at a banquet.
And that's true of, you know, if you're a set builder, you're going to find tons of binders of commons. And, you know, if you're working on a vintage set or whatever, you'll have a absolute plethora of opportunity to find cards to fill your sets.
Craig and Holly.
There are tons of guys.
Craig and Holly bring tons of binders, don't they?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I was talking to, I talked to Craig. He was on Golden Age last week, I guess.
Right.
And he's got massive amounts of cards for each. It's got like for a certain year, he might have 2 5,000 count boxes he's bringing of commons to always be replenishing and refilling binders and boxes, and guys can go through and here's number 562. I got 20 of them, pick one, or whatever. And you can obviously a range of conditions, and there's guys that are more like anal is not the right word, but picky.
Yeah.
Right?
Picky. Yep.
And that's fine.
Not looking for fillers.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's there's tons of that, there'll be slabs everywhere. But I haven't seen lately, and what I miss, because 1819, I remember discount slab boxes. I mean, you could go and 3 for $10 or 3 for $20, and you could get Hall of Fame rookies, 90s stuff. But I remember Mike O bought a Mike Mussina rookie for $10, PSA 9, and I remember one year I bought all these Nolan Ryan slabs for,
I'll be right back.
Tons, just super cheap, right? So anyway, what's up, JT? Oh,
Definitely
Go ahead.
for dealers. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I miss the slab boxes that you could just go through and find really cool stuff. Cheap.
What about you, JT? I know you're pretty much a full-time dealer now, and you're only really collecting a couple sets. Is there anything you're looking for as a collector?
Oh man, that's a good question. So, kind of. There is a card. I sold a card this past weekend at a show where I told myself if I sell this, I will buy a different card. So I would like to buy an Amon-Ra St. Brown National Treasures RPA for my collection. But I got thinking about it. It was actually this afternoon, ironically enough, that I was thinking about it. That there are certain cards right around that price range that are safer, I guess. Not that it's a money thing, but I would rather. I don't want to put a lot of money into something that's not 100% proven.
Right.
So, like a Calvin Johnson Exquisite RPA is what I may end up pivoting to as a option. It's just going to be what presents itself. But other than that, my sets, one of them I'd like to finish there. I need 5 cards for it now. We'll see if that happens.
Yeah, you're going to have to get off that wallet a little bit.
I know, man. That's the biggest hurdle for me.
What do you have left? Like just the big boys are left?
Yeah, so I'm doing the 2023 Topps Chrome Blue Refractor set. And I mean, the 5 names are kind of like, if you look at my binder, it's kind of weird because I have them all in a Z folio. 4 of the 5 I'm missing are all on the first page. So if you're looking through it, you'd be like, oh, this guy doesn't have that much done. But the rest of the binder is completely filled. So I need Volpe, I need Gunnar Henderson, I need Bryce Harper, and then 2 rookies that have just evaded me is Logan O'Hoppe of the Angels and Mark Vientos of the Mets. I don't know why. It's just those guys have evaded me.
That's how the cookie crumbled, huh? Hey, boys, we have a special guest in the back room. Say, take it easy on him because he said he might be a little inebriated.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet Lou. Yeah.
That's a beautiful person right there.
I was off today. I took it easy. I wasn't drinking bourbon, though, vodka cranberry from like 1400 to whatever time it is now. So since 2 o'clock, I've been feeling good.
Nice.
Where are you staying, brother? You got an Airbnb?
Oh, for Cleveland? We're already talking to Cleveland?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out baseball collector. He's having a bad hair day. Julian letting him use his camera phone? What?
He doesn't have any.
I feel like I'm getting catfish.
Lou, we asked him to keep it off.
Yeah, nobody needs to see this.
Yo, my boy Mike Petty. So yeah, we went big with the Airbnb. My Misfit brothers, we were looking for something, but typical Misfits fashion, we were procrastinating. We were letting Donnie try to figure something out like he did in AC, but he was dragging his feet. And, 4-Leaf was like, hey, because I was just sending ridiculous stuff. I was sending like $5 million houses. Like, I was like, hey guys, this would be dope.
So you guys weren't going to you weren't going to stay in Cleveland then?
Oh no, we're like, I want to say we're like 15 minutes out, 20. So it's like out in, I guess, country. I don't know. I've never been to Cleveland. Yeah. So I'm just saying, I'm like, hey, Scott, is this close? And then Scott got involved. Then 4-Leaf got involved because, Scott's involved. And then Eric's like, hey boys, you like this? And it fits like 15 people. We got 12 in the house because I was like, let's not.
In 3 bedrooms. That's awesome. Y'all are going to.
4 beds.
Poor
Are you
double.
gonna be big spoon or little spoon?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
I'm not in the Navy.
Boom.
I'm 11 bang bang, baby. Army.
Shots fired. Shots
Yeah.
fired.
I ain't no Navy cat.
Yeah, there's a grip of y'all staying there.
Garrett's more experience in that field. I don't know.
Have to go cow tipping out in the country.
I don't know. I'll try it. if I drink enough.
What you looking to pick up this year, Lou? You got anything in mind?
Yeah, I mean, so I don't want to be so focused on looking for a card because I felt like an AC. I was so focused on getting a 49 camp. 49 camp. I was passing out on so many cards, man. And I did. I annotated and figured out what aisle. I'm like, I'll come back to it. And those cards were always gone if you come back a day or 2 days later. So I have an idea of cards I want, but I'm not gonna be like, if I don't find it on the first day, let that dictate days 2 and 3, because that's the card I want is a 39 Joey D. I want that card. But again, if I don't find the perfect one on the first day and I see something else and that cuts into my budget, so be it. I mean, it's not like it's a super rare card. I just don't want to be so narrowed and looking for that card that I just miss out on everything else. And that's the one big lesson I learned at AC. Because I ended up having a great time in AC I never got a campy. Everyone's showing me, hey, Lou, I know Ray from Philly, Paparazzi, I think Picker Jim, they all have 49 campies and about the range I was looking for. And they're all showing me, hey, look what I picked up. I'm like, mother trucker, I don't want to see that. Unless you want to sell it to me. So, yeah, 39 Joey D would be nice. 49 Bowman Larry Doby would be excellent. I do want to add a big boy auto, maybe. Oh no, I would love to pick up a Kirby. Kirby is so expensive, man.
Do you have a Clemente auto?
No, that's shit. That'd be above my budget. I think low end he's about 2,500 for a cut. But yeah, Clemente auto would be.
Puckett's sneaky expensive.
He is sneaky expensive. Beautiful auto too. I was just talking to Fisher Bike and Sticks and Seams. They're local guys to me. The Sticks and Seams is about 15 minutes from me. Fisher Bike's about 20 to 30. But they are coming to the Lou Rock household on Saturday. Little barbecue, pool party. They're bringing the fams. So they'll YouTube hang out with the families, the wives. But yeah, getting excited. Oh, and those guys are going to be in the house too. So we got the Misfits, Sticks and Seams, Fisher Bike, Four Leaf, and Scott. Oh, and Hardball Crazy.
It's like a military barracks.
Oh my gosh, like a whole damn squadron, like a damn platoon, battalion.
Hey, if y'all could get y'all's heads together, y'all could pretty much get anyone in the YouTube Hall of Fame this year. Y'all just need to vote together.
We're gonna start campaigning.
Yeah.
Vote for Canadian cards. Canadian cards, please.
Not a chance. I don't want in that. Too many squids in that group.
Have you been to Cleveland before, Lou?
Cleveland, no, man. That's another thing. I want to cross that stadium off, but I don't know. I know a couple guys want to go to the Football Hall of Fame. So
we're going Tuesday night.
Yeah. We're going Tuesday.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I know a lot of guys are going to the game Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm doing because I'm riding up there with Mangini. I'm flying into South Carolina because my original plans was to fly into Cleveland. And every flight, I had it booked. I was ready to go. And they changed it up on me. And I hate connecting flights because everything has to be perfect. And that little domino, Florida could be perfect weather, but whatever connecting flight could just mess up anything. So they changed it. Yeah, they changed it.
How many times is he going to make you say, I like to look at baseball cards?
Oh, my God. That's crazy. Love the guy. That's my big bro.
By the time you get to Cleveland, you know how to use the nunchucks.
Oh, my boy.
Steven with the PH. What's on, buddy?
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
What's happening?
I'm willing to say I like to look at baseball cards as long as he finds a shirt with sleeves. That guy, he loves his white jeans, white pants, and sleeveless shirts.
Well, you got to say it, or he might knock your ass out with them nunchucks.
Hey,
Lou, I think he still
can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Can
we
you hear
can
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, we got
this is my first time, guys.
Okay.
We're popping your cherry on the live. Yeah, that's fun.
Right on, Lou.
Hey, Garrett, can we cuss on here just in case?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I'll delete it.
All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
time.
Lou, you got to tell John that he can stop dressing like Tubbs from Miami Vice. Like the '80s are over, man.
Hey,
it's over.
See, I like talking to older cats because, you know, I'm the old man at my work, and these young cats don't get a lot of my analogies. But
yeah,
I always make fun of John because he reminds me of Pitbull, though. He's Mr. 305. He's just like, I'm like, you're Pitbull's dad, bro.
Pitbull's dad.
Nice.
Mr. 305.
Nice.
Oh, Mr. Gaucho.
I really thought that cat was Cuban the first time I met him. I'm like, you sure you're not? He's like, I lived in Miami. All right, bro.
Hey, Steven, so what are you looking for, brother? What are you looking for this year?
Well, as I've been looking for the Jackie run, I'm pretty interested in possibly the 49 Bowman or the 48 Swell. Those are two I think that could be in my price range with what I'm taking down. And I also believe the 52 Tops is another one I want of Jackie. But that's, I think that type of price point might be a little high if I'm looking for a decent version of it. So
what grade for like 52 Top?
Well,
I'm not in the market of that. So what's like a PSA 2?
I'm looking at 10 grand.
Okay.
So
no big deal.
Dealing with a baller here, guys.
I mean, that's basically what I dropped on my Leaf in Strongsville. I was pretty happy with that one. I think I got a beautiful. I'm still pretty excited about it.
That car.
We're taking Stevens Learjet across Lake Erie to get to Cleveland. By the way, we're flying from Brantford to Cleveland. We'll be there in an hour.
Yeah,
you should change his name to Steven with a Benjamin.
Yeah,
Steven with the Benjamins.
I'm fortunate that that's why I still work and stuff like that. I continue to still work just for this purpose. And
you work for baseball cards, bro? Oh my God!
With a sign outside the National. We'll work for baseball cards.
Steven holds that up as his job. I'm here for the baseball card.
They all know it, and that's
the
reason.
Yeah,
I can relate to that though. I can relate.
But
to
it's
that.
I've gone down.
Go ahead. Steve.
I've gone down. Sorry, Lou. I've gone down that rabbit hole. I mean, I owe it to my good buddy Mike. Thank you, Mike. When we went to Strongsville last year, I mean, I've been in the hobby for many, many years, many decades, in and out, this and that. I've always been a ball type guy. Obviously, growing up in Brantford, we all know Wayne Gretzky, and I was fortunate enough to play ball with Wayne all the way up. So it's baseball has been my thing. Going to Strongsville and seeing a bunch of the vintage stuff. I grabbed my first Jackie last year in Strongsville. Mike would remember that, and ever since that, I've basically changed everything I do for the most part. It's Jackie's the one I want to complete first, and then along the way try and get a few other things. So that's the story there. And
Steven,
Jackie, or are you into like Minnie Minoso, Larry Doby, like the Negro Leaguers?
I've picked up Larry Doby's lately. I've been doing a bunch of campies. It is the Negro Leaguers that I've been interested in as of late. I picked up a Minnie Minoso rookie. I mean, lower grades, but those are the ones I'm looking at for the most part. I made a decision this year to try and knock off a lot of big Jackie cards. I'm selling a ton of my hockey. I'm selling a ton of my Gretzky's. I'm selling a ton of my footballs. I got Brady's, and I'm going to move all that stuff and focus strictly on finishing the Jackie run, and then I'll move on to Campy. I'll move on to Larry Doby. It seems to be the path I'm going.
Yeah, Dobie's
wise.
After he finishes the Honus Wagner run.
Yeah.
Then he's going to do the Earl Campbell player run for football.
Yeah.
Mike, how you doing, Mike?
Which one?
There's
You, Mr. Moynihan.
That's like half.
I'm doing great. Steven, you got to remember, if you're bringing 10 grand US, that's like 142,000 Canadian. So just make sure you got the exchange rate.
How many shillings?
It sucks. It sucks big time.
I changed the name of I changed the spelling of your name, man, just for this conversation.
Oh, double PH.
I had to put that $ in there for that S.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like it. No, you know what? Like I say, I mean, as long as I'm keep working and as long as I'm getting a paycheck, that's the direction I'm going to go. I'm going to use my excess funds to buy some big cards. The only unfortunate thing is I got to take pictures of them because once I take them to the safety deposit box, I got nothing to look at except pictures.
You gotta get yourself one of those gun safes where it's like 3 tons and just keep it in your
Yeah.
I'm going to have to learn how to shoot one.
No, just get the safe.
Yeah.
You don't need the gun.
But man, I always make fun of like a couple of my buddies who go to, it's like Rick. Rick did a Babe Ruth live stream and he's got so many roofs and he's like, maybe I'll do a roof video because I never have my roofs all together in one place. I'm like, this sucks.
Well, yeah, I seen that, Lou. I seen his video. It was like my top 20 Babe Ruth cards.
Who has 20 roofs?
Right.
Just a little flex, dude.
I want one. I want fucking one. He's like my top 20. Like, what? You have more than 20 and you've narrowed it down? Like, what's going on here?
And
they're all beauties.
Yeah, I'll make fun of Rick because he'll get 20 views while some knucklehead will get 20,000 views saying, I spent 50,000 at Strongsville.
Yeah. And I was expecting Chris to hit one of these at the end. Like,
yeah. He might throw his back out. But it's funny you say that, Steve, because my wife, I hit 20 years at work next year. And she's, she's like, I'm the older guy. I got seniority, and she's like, you need to take this weekend off, and you need to do this. And I'm like, no, I want to save my time. And she knows why I want to save my time because I could cash out my vacation,
like convalescent leave kind of deal.
Yeah, just like annual vacation, because when I retire, you could cash out your sick and your vacation time, and it's just an extra bonus check on top of
leave. Or can you leave early though, Lou? Can you use it to leave early when you retire?
I mean, yeah, when I know a couple guys, they have 6 months to their retirement date, they'll just start burning time.
Right.
But as
cash, the cash could be used for something else, right?
Yes. And the wife knows, she already knows. When I retire, I want to get the 49 Jackie, 49 Dobie, maybe. She already knows about Joey D. Maybe it's a song. And she's like, you don't want to take time off for baseball cards. I'm like, damn right. I'm at the top of my pay. I'm a senior guy. It's like I just made a video tonight. I'm going to put it up tomorrow. And it's just like I'm in a place, I'm blessed where, I have no debt. I don't have to struggle for much, thank goodness. My kids are good. The lights are on. So I'm getting a lot of the cards I wanted as a kid, cards that I used to cut out of magazines. The 52 manual, I used to put in a little top in a penny sleeve and just look at it. Like one day. Yeah. It won't be today. But
Lou,
when's that retirement date? Lou, when's that retirement date?
June 2025. I could leave at 20. I don't know if I want to, but the option is there.
You're listening to Steven and you're like, maybe I'll keep working and I'll just buy baseball cards.
That's the way to do it, Lou. I'm telling you. You know what, guys? When I look at the card I just purchased in Strongsville, I'm very fortunate. And speaking, Lou, what you were just mentioning, my wife is 100% all in with what I do. I got my income tax, like the card I picked up in Strongsville was from my bonus and income tax. She says, use it. I contacted her before I was going to buy that card and told her, here's what I'm doing. And she says, well, sounds like you want it. Go get it.
That's amazing.
So you guys pay taxes in Canada? Y'all pay taxes in Canada?
Well,
yeah,
terrible.
It's $1.
It's terrible.
It's $1.
Yeah, with that
But
healthcare, everyone pays taxes.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. If your wife's in, I mean, it makes it so much easier. She's super excited that I'm going to Cleveland.
Yeah, no, my girl's ride or die. I mean, she's the one. That's why the AC story is funny to me, because I wasted time looking for a campy, and she ends up getting me a 5 for Christmas.
Yes,
and that's her thing. She's like, the 5s always seem better than the 3s. I'm like, well, no shit.
Like, man, you should be a grader.
I can't help it, Mama. I grew up on,
Lou, you didn't say, and you should see the 7s.
No, because I still grew up in an age. My mom took me to yard sales. I like to dance. I like to negotiate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I tried telling her, like, because she was looking. She's like, so how much are jackies? I'm like, pretty much a 49 Jackie. You look at the grade and you add 1K to it. She said, as of right now, a PSA 2 is about 2K. A 3, 3K. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, that works. And you retire, because she's a VP at Raymond James. She's a banker, so she knows numbers. Right. She's a forensic accountant, so she's pretty good with, she already knows like what my pension's gonna be. Like, that stuff is over my head. I speak 2 languages: English, Spanish.
We call those sugar mamas.
English and numbers.
Where they come from.
Yeah,
like, that's what she talks about. So she's like, okay. I'm like, baby, do not get a 5 in a Jackie, because my mindset, because I'm just a collector. I want a nice Jackie in a 2-ish, But then I could get Adobe. I could get a nice Hall of Fame auto. I could get more with that money. But she's just like, buy it now.
Yeah.
I like what Mike Petty's saying here. You need to get her a purse or 2, Lou. Then the world is all yours, Chico. That's
bro.
My wife is it. She doesn't ask for much, but anytime she's like, hey, the girls and I are going away shopping and we're going to hit a couple wineries, I'm like, you go. Just have a blast, because I know when it's my turn to go, I won't get any flack.
How do you think I got a week off to Cleveland?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Why do you think a guy like me knows about Tory Burch and Coach? I buy those purses because that's what she likes. I don't know.
You got to get
it. JT, are you paying attention?
Yeah. You learn all the brand names. Someone help me. There's a purse out there, and I can't remember the name. It's like Hermes or something like that. Hermes. I don't know. My wife was telling me about it, and she's like, do you know these purses? I'm like, okay, they look whatever. She's like, yeah, they're $10,000. I'm like, are you? I said, are you fucking kidding me for a fucking purse? She's like, but you'll spend like 5 or 10 on a piece of cardboard. I'm like, all right,
touche.
Yeah,
you can't say nothing about it, right? There it is. Here we go. This guy's saying, Birkin bags by Hermes. That's it. That's the one. Those things are like, not that my wife has any, because
he's married.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows what's up. I just told baby girl, I'm like, what color this season? What season? What purse do you want to match your shoes? What color? Just tell me that.
Exactly.
And point me in the right direction. Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. JT, you're getting married. You just listen to all this. This is all sound advice. You keep her happy, you'll be fine.
Yo, JT.
So
the first thing first thing you bitch about that she buys, you are going straight downhill.
Hey,
you just
Mike,
have to go. shake your head and go, "Yep, you're right. Okay, good."
Mike, Canadian Cards, Mike. I
Yeah.
want to say you're 100% right because I just watched Mike Moynihan's video of 25 years. Mike's been married 25 years, and it's crazy.
Today is my anniversary.
Hey, happy anniversary, Mike.
No wonder
I'm
the
going to
camera's
be
off.
so it's so true.
Man's in his birthday suit.
But it's so true that you need your wife so much. I'm going to be married 45 years come this November.
Wow,
And-
good for you, man.
And it is so important because if you don't, you gotta give and take, and it's everything. Because I'm very fortunate because I have the woman I have, that I have everything I could ever ask for.
Yeah,
and it's so important because if she buys in, it makes it easy for me.
Yeah,
makes it easy for me. So like out there, I mean, it's fortunate. I'm the luckiest guy around.
I'm telling you right now, if anyone has joined in the past 5 minutes, we've talked about purses and marriage. They're going to be like, this title was clickbait, man, to get me.
I love Mike Petty. Happy anniversary. I've been married for 45 years too. 20 to the first nag and 25 to this. Mike counts his years of marriage as cumulative, right? It doesn't have to be the one. It's just the years married.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been with my wife 24. I've been married 20, but I've been with her 24 years. I feel like I'm a rookie in this room.
No.
Hey, no, that's a long time, Lou. Good for you. Yeah, I'm telling you, this day and age. But this day and age, 25 years is awesome.
If I could tell JT, if I could tell you anything, because I just had a homeboy of mine get married, and he's like, Lou, how do you military and then the profession I chose right now. I got a lot of buddies who are on their third, fourth try, and they always ask me, Lou, how do you do it? I always tell them, when you find your ride or die, the right one. Everyone has their stories on how you found out. But I try to, the key to staying married for a guy, at least from my perspective, is don't sweat the small things. If you can't fight everything, you can't be right all the time. There have a little battle. If it's worth arguing, argue it. But don't sweat the little things. If she wants Chinese for dinner, fuck it. Have Chinese for dinner. You know what I'm saying? Don't sweat the little things. And that's it. I mean, you hear the happy wife, happy life. Yeah, that's true to an extent. But,
I thought Lou's advice after drinking was going to be, JT, if there's any advice I could give you is don't fucking do it.
Don't do it.
That's the advice from that side. And then my advice from the other side of the marriage would just be that hak tui.
Yeah.
Spit on that thing.
You spit on that thing. You know what I'm saying?
You spit on that thing, you'll be fucking married forever, dude.
Hey, Garrett, we were talking about this earlier before we went live. There's Henry S. Amish Garrett Unruh. There it is. We were talking. He's gonna change his title to Jebediah Cutter.
Hey, so Lou, the point of this video, man, you got any like a favorite memory or story from the show that you could share that didn't end up with any of your boys in prison or anything?
Oh yeah, from the AC National.
Yeah,
I didn't go last year. Some of my favorite, like my videos were a little bit different from most of the national shows. Like I did a little bit on the floor, walking around, but the stuff I loved doing was like behind the scenes at the house.
Yeah.
And just ripping like junk wax, putting like a bounty on, hey, you get the Mattingly rookie or a Griffey rookie, because we were opening up junk wax, so much fun. It seemed like the party was like after the national, everyone was at the Airbnb, just having a good time, drinking bourbon, smoking cigars. Bob was smoking something else. But all I can say is never mix alcohol and cardboard, even though it's going to be hard to do because there was an incident. I found a beautiful 62 Lou Brock, and George was with me watching it when I was purchasing. I'm like, oh man, check it out. George has one of the best eyes in the game. You know me, OC cards need love too. So I was like, hey, what do you think about this card? Killer deal. He's like, oh, it's beautiful. Surface is nice. Corners are sharp. Registration. But you know it is OC. I'm like, I don't care about that. You see the price. And I need a 62 Brock. So we go back. This is during the show. We go back to the house. Everyone's having a good time. We're ordering pizza for like the third day in a row because without the wives, that's another thing to see. Without the wives, I don't know how we survived. I think we drank bourbon and ate pizza every freaking day at the National. It was terrible. I went back home, eat good food, and went running because I was just eating pizza and bourbon and cigars that whole week. It was phenomenal. So we were at the Airbnb had a beautiful big dining room table, so that was always the place where we were, engaging,
hang out.
fun. Yeah, and James, Elite Hunters, is looking at my card because you know how it is. Hey, look, what did you get today? Because at the show we separate, even though you try to hang out and everything. People tend to get lost. I'm looking at a showcase and I look up. I'm like, where the hell everyone go? So I go get a Yingling and say, okay, I'm just walking by myself, I guess. Mm-hmm. So he's like, let me see your haul. And he's looking, oh, damn, bro. The 62 Brock comes up. And this is beautiful. And George is like, yeah, it's great. No, see, but check this out. He takes the card out. Now, we're all drinking. We've been drinking for hours. Takes the card out. He's like looking at underneath the light so you can see how great the surface is. And then the card wasn't in his hands no more. That shit was in slow motion.
No.
Now, it had 4 sharp corners. But you know what? I was like, that's one of those things. It's a great memory.
Yeah.
I got the card for such a great deal. It's like, I'm gonna yell at my friend over, I don't know how much I spent on the card.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I remember I struck out on the Campy. So I had a lot of money in my pocket. And George had a beautiful Rock Carew high number rookie card. And he gave me the Lou Rock discount. And of course, I let him feel a little guilt on the 62 Lou Brock. So he knocked off a couple more bucks.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite memories because
little corner damage.
Corner damage helped me get the big boy Lou Rock Carew. Ronnie Klein, I love it, man. But
I'd imagine, man, in that Airbnb y'all have, it probably has to be non-stop laughter, man.
Oh my gosh. I know there was another one where James picked out, Bob was selling cards. I think I have a shoebox actually. I don't know. Like, how like back in the day everyone had like the Nike Air Jordans. I think it was a shoebox.
I could see Bob like having a jacket and being like, you want these?
Yeah, Bob was selling cards. And I think James picked out a couple of Yankee cards. He's like, yeah, bro. Like ring me up. And Judge Bob is looking at cards and he's like, okay. And he's putting cards down on the table and he knocks some drink over.
Oh,
and he's like, oh shit. You see the scramble picking up cards off the table. Like,
coasters now. They're coasters now.
Oh yeah. So Bob looks at his cards. He's drying them off with paper towels. He's like, yeah. He's looking. He looks at James. He's like, well, I can't charge you now. He just gives us the cards all fucked up.
Oh man.
Oh man. So just be careful with your cards with liquids. But man, I can't wait to see those guys again. Bob.
Don't be drinking, flipping through cards. It's a hazard.
It's a hazard. Just be prepared. You know what I'm saying? The only advantage of having a slab, maybe, but if you like ungraded and raw, there's gonna be some risk. Don't sweat the little things. this.
So, and Lou touched on a good point. Is and again, I know
I had
it's
a point?
cliche, like you're at the show to be with your buddies and stuff like that. But Steven and I had a good conversation. I told Steven about a month ago. I said, I'm going to believe this, but I'm heading to a show. There we go. In
I just showed him
Canastota, New York, where the Boxing Hall of Fame is. And there's a boxing card show. Steven's like, I'll tag along with you. I said, well, it's all boxing. He's like, I don't care. We'll just go road tripping for the day. And I'm like, cool. So we both get in there, and this is a small show. He goes one way, I go the other. We're probably in and out of that show in 3 hours. We get into the car, and I said to him, did you take any footage of that show? And he's like, nope. Same thing. I rarely pull out my camera to shoot video during the show. It's about shooting the video afterwards, the hangout. That's more important for me.
Yeah, it's like the show after the show.
Yeah, the after party.
It's basically like a recap, and it really is like watching Sports Center. I mean, you get to relive everything that you've done, relive everything that your buddies do. I mean, speaking on that card show that Mike just spoke about, it was a perfect day for me just to get away for the day. I get away for the day, and lo and behold, I come back with a Joe Louis boxing card. So all of a sudden, now I'm getting the odd boxing card. I just went this past weekend, picked up 3 more boxing cards from my good buddy Mike again.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how it works. But again, it's the most enjoyable thing, and what's going to be so enjoyable about Cleveland. We don't get, and Mike, you can basically add on to what I'm saying here. Up here in Canada, outside of the Expo show in Toronto for 3 days, the stuff we go to is what I would refer to as nickel and dime shows. I mean, these shows they're irrelevant for the most part. It's you go there and it's really sad state compared to going to the States.
Yeah, it's shit. It really is.
And when I go to, that's why, Mike, we've gone to Pittsburgh. We drove to the Mainline Autograph Show. These shows, I mean, man, they're exciting. I watched some guys like, I think it was Sammy Thunder that does a lot of time, and even Greg from Midlake Sports Cards. You see these videos they're putting out there and the display cases, and it's like, wow, I'd be lucky to see half of one of those display cases. Not even half. You might be lucky to see 5 of those cards up here, period.
Yeah.
And it's really
it's everything.
sad.
Everything's hockey. Everything's hockey up here for the most part. Like
there's nothing for us.
Yeah. You go to the Expo. I mean,
so now you know why, Lou, I can take that money.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing to buy. We gotta spend it down in the US of A. Put money into your economy with our Canadian bucks.
Something else to think about that y'all were talking about is JT has probably bought more cards for me at the National than than I've bought at the National.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the eye. He finds this stuff for you.
Yeah.
If you're on the hunt for something, you just tell JT. And
anytime, little buddy.
I guarantee you, within 24 hours of telling him, he'll see one and he'll be texting you saying, "Oh, come over to this booth. I found what you're looking for."
And that's why I'm trying to put out what I'm looking for, and people will have a rough idea, because I mean, it takes a village. It takes everyone helping each other, and that's what I mean. When I went to Strongsville, I mean, what a blast that was. Seeing everyone, doing everything, and I believe it's only going to benefit me more each show I go to with you guys.
Have you been to a national? before?
Yeah, I went to the one in Cleveland back in the last one in Cleveland, and I went to the one in Atlantic City. And both those shows I went to by myself. I had nobody because no one around here until I met Mikey Samuel. I had no one to do this with. Now I have some buddies who like hockey cards, and you meet people when you go to these little shows here around here, but it's nothing compared to what I have experienced in the last year, just getting on YouTube with you guys. I mean, shit, Garrett, we haven't even met in person yet. Lou, we haven't met in person yet, and we're going to do that, and that's what's important. You're
not missing anything. Steven, you're good.
I am looking so forward to seeing all you guys because it's my wife. When my wife tonight was just saying, "Geez, you're going a little overboard with all these guys," I said, "No, I'm not." This is really enjoyable and super enjoyable for me, and I finally found something that in my later years I'm going to have something that is going to help me for the rest of the years I'm around.
Should have said,
this is all, Garrett, this is all very touching. And Stephen with a PH, you're tugging at the heartstrings. But all I could think about, are you sitting on a bed of money? Or is it just very
Hey, Lou.
You're close. My first round? No.
I'm telling you, you're close. So here's the thing. I mean, you see where I am right now, okay? And I am on a bed. And I'm going to tell you why.
And it is with money.
There is. Non-disclosure, yes. Anyways, the fact of the matter.
You don't trust the banks. All his money's in the mattress.
But the fact is, like I said, everything's outside. I don't have a sports card room anymore because we sold our house. I was going to retire, blah, 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 blah. I'm in an apartment because I was going to retire, go down south every winter. Well, I haven't retired yet. So I go from room to room when I do a video. So now, yeah, you're right, Lou. Hey, good looking. I like that.
You know. What is this?
Hey, if anyone wants to join, let me know when I can drop the chat. I could drop the link.
How many people are watching, Garrett?
It's been anywhere from like 18 to 12. We're at 14 right now.
14?
Yeah, we keep it going another 15, 20 minutes.
I keep forgetting Mike's on the damn stream with no icon. You don't even have your damn JT icon on there.
Yeah,
JT, show your favorite icon.
Yeah, the famous
JT,
2020.
you better watch it, buddy.
I think you should show it.
No, he can go.
Project 2020.
Open up a can.
You young kids and your technology. I'm lucky I was able to find the stream, bro.
Me too, Lou. I'm telling you, this is the first, and I'm surprised I hit it right.
I need me a good Stetson. I need a good cowboy.
There it is, the Stetson. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, you're looking a little zesty there, bro.
Yeah, that was at the Panini party.
He's looking spicy there, Lou. He's looking. Hey, he's looking like that. He's looking like that photo was taken in June, if you know what I mean.
Hey, how many White Claws did you drink? How many White Claws did you drink in that picture?
I probably had two at that point, TBH.
I'm about 6 deep right now.
Western Drift, my man.
I don't even know
Ed
why.
Westergriff. Eddie, steady Eddie.
What else? I got more. I got all kind of clowns, man. I got all kind of clown pictures here.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's the face of YouTube sports cardboard.
no,
That's
can't
royalty.
be. Can't be.
Who do you
That's
think?
the thing. When you think of sports cards, what's the face of sports cards?
Jab's family.
Now.
Jeff Wilson.
No way.
What's
Yeah,
going on, Sports Card fans? That's my voice, dog. That's who I think of.
Who?
Ray from Philly is like one of the first tubers I remember.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Do the intro, Mike. Do the intro.
For the real guys, for the real
I
hobbyists.
can.
Yes.
Oh yeah. For Ray, it's hey, what's going on, sports cards fans? That's it. Everything's pluralized. Sports cards fans. What's going on, sports cards fans?
Someone put up his video from like 7 years ago. When
We were just watching it, Garrett and I, the other night.
Hilarious. Are you fucking kidding me?
Listen, it was 2 nights ago. Garrett was talking to me. He just started. Him and I were shooting the shit like this, and he's like, he just started laughing, and I'm like, what? What's so funny? And he's like, do you remember Ray's video from 7 years ago? I go, oh, the PSA reveal, and he's like, fuck, that was so funny. And I'm talking away, and within 3 minutes, Garrett's like, oh, I found it. So then I went to go, and then Garrett's like 1620. That's where the part you go to, and he flips it, and the card was a Ken Griffey Jr. card, and literally he was like, "This should get a 10 because the hologram's perfect on the back, but no one PSA. I'll probably get a 9, but I'll be okay with an 8." And he turns it over. He's like, "For fuck's sakes, it's a 7."
They're really pissing me off.
I wish I knew him then. I'm like Sergio Wright sending in Benito Santiago's and bullshit. And the Benito Santiago is the one that got the Gem Mint 10.
Yeah, exactly. Benito
it was a Benito
Santiago.
Santiago. Who you say? It was Alomar.
Yeah, it was the Alomar. You're right, Lou. It was the orange border. Yeah, the score rookie.
You
right?
sending that in for graded? Come on, bro.
I know.
Yeah, slave to the registry.
Yeah. You probably paid more then for grading than the card in a 10's worth now, even at the lower prices.
That's when he was working on that 3,000 greatest cards.
300.
Yeah.
How much you drinking?
3,000, man. You're sending in Roberto Alomar.
I can only see the grader like another set registry slave. Fuck it. Roberto Alomar? Are you serious?
Lou's like, fuck, how much am I drank tonight?
Hey, Lou, you know what the grader's saying? He's like, fuck, man, you're sending this fucking card? Props. You're getting a 10.
Yeah.
If someone's sending this fucking thing,
this
you're
guy.
getting a 10. Yeah.
But I mean, like, I can only imagine, like, during COVID, when everyone was just sending every bullshit card that they were getting. Oh, it's out of the pack. Got to be a 10. I mean, can you imagine just getting just base cards? They're not even rookie cards, just base cards of just whoever's hot at the time. It's just Simon is like, there you go. They're not even looking at the card at that point.
Hey, Lou, I can turn the attention back to COVID. The Topps Project 2020. Mm-hmm. That stuff, there was a time that stuff was on fire. That stuff. I bought 10 Blake Jameson.
Nice.
That's the icon I'm talking about. Where's Mike's?
That's
JT?
the showstopper, man.
Didn't JT do an icon for Mike?
Yep.
That's the one Moynihan usually uses.
Well, I'm not on that computer. Yeah, my custom.
Where are you, Mike? Are you
he's in his jammy jams. This is 25th wedding anniversary. He's here with us.
He doesn't want us to see us in his underoos.
Yo, Mike.
No, I'm at the ranch.
He had plenty of time on his 25th anniversary. 7 good thrusts, and he was done.
What do they call it, Will? What do they call it? He's wearing his dun-dun-duns.
7 good thrusts, homie. He had the rest of the night free.
Yeah. And then he says, hey, that was 7. I deserve a sandwich.
No, he knows better. That's why he's been married 25 years.
Exactly.
I don't even know why I come to these things. I don't even know why I come to these things.
like the noisy cricket, man, from Men in Black. It's short and powerful, man.
Oh
The
yeah.
three great thrusts of the 20th century.
And you don't even need if you go old school and you get on a waterbed, it's pump once and ride for 5. That's how that works.
You giving out those coupons at the National?
Yeah, that reminds me of one of my favorite national stories. So one night, Garrett and I were
Do tell.
Oh,
Yikes! Yikes!
what
Do
the hell?
tell. This is late hour. This is after dark, bro. Come on.
After dark.
Let's
Oh,
go.
man. I don't know where you're going with this, dude.
I need to know.
I remember one night,
Oh,
our Canadian friend was sharing a bed with Andy,
Yeah.
and he asked like, "Oh, do you mind if I
Head to
sleep
toes, head to
there?"
toes?
no,
And Andy
no. I'll
was just
tell
like-
the story. I'll tell the
All right.
story, JJ.
All right,
You're
go
telling
ahead.
it
They
wrong.
were 6'9" Lou. They were 6'9".
So here's what happened. So they're like, I get to the room and I'm like, hey, what's the deal here? And they're like, well, JT's crashing on the floor. And so I'm like, okay. And I look and I'm like, okay, there's me, Mike, and Andy, and there's 2 beds. And I'm like,
He says, "Hang on."
I'm like, hang on. I'm like, what's going on? So what's the sleeping arrangements here?
Even Canadians can do that math.
And,
That doesn't work.
and Mike says, well, I'm sleeping in this bed, and Andy said it's cool if you sleep in this bed with him. And I look at Andy and I'm like, are you sure you're okay with that? And I swear to God, deadpan Andy looks at me, goes, well, you're not gonna fuck with me or anything, are you? I was like, what?
He was hearing the banjos in the background.
Exactly. Yeah, he's from Oklahoma, so those banjos are playing all the fucking time, right?
You're not gonna
That's their state song, dueling banjos. I couldn't believe that. I just looked at him. I'm like, what do you mean, fuck with you? He's like, no, I know. I'm like, what do you think? I'm gonna rape you or something?
Yeah. He thought you were going to hide the finger, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. I would make sure it's truly consensual. I would never do that.
Eddie had the worst sleep. He was sleeping with one eye open that whole night.
Yeah.
Mike says, "I would never do that sober."
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna fuck with me, are you? Well, it depends how many drinks you buy me.
At least kiss me first.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, too funny. Too funny.
Yeah, the best
Oh,
tours.
God.
What year was that?
That was
21.
That's every year.
no. No,
That's every year.
yeah, it was 21, and then 22 was AC. I didn't go to AC, and then 23 was back in Chicago. Yeah, it was 21.
Canadian Mike was on one that day too, because shortly after this, he was trying to get a cab because his hip. This is when his hip was starting to give him problems.
That's
Yeah.
why
And-
he has issues.
Oh fuck! Are you talking about the front desk at the hotel?
Yeah, so he calls the front desk and asks about like, okay.
No,
well,
we were
what's-
standing at the front desk. That's what it was.
No, you called them. You called them from the room and you asked them what's the cab situation. And they said, "Well, sir, they're really busy tonight." And he goes, "Thanks for the update. What's the cab situation?"
Yeah, that's right. That's great. They're busy, but what's the situation? Am I gonna get one or not? It was actually, and then I went. They actually said, "Yeah, we'll get you one. Just come down." And so I went down to the lobby and I said, "Yeah, I talked to someone about a cab. Yep, just hang out front. They'll be around." And literally, some guy pulled up in an Uber, and he looks at me. He's like, "Are you Steve?" And I'm like, "Yep, I am." And I hopped in. He's like, "You're going here?" And I'm like, "No, that's wrong. That's not where I'm going. I'm going over here." He's like, "Okay, I don't care where you're going." I'm like, "No problem." I took someone's
You
cab
stole
ride.
somebody's Uber?
I did. And he didn't. I just said yes, and he took me. He changed it up and took me. I didn't give a shit. I needed to
Such a
go.
dick.
I needed to go.
So bad.
He said I had places I needed to go, man.
Oh, shit. Dude,
Actually, you know where I was going? I was going to the beer store, or I was going to buy beer and bring it back to the room. I was like,
That's a
"Let's
good
go."
reason to steal an Uber. That's the only
Absolutely.
acceptable reason to
Absolutely.
steal an
I
Uber.
said, I said, sit tight. I'm gonna get that, and we'll go back to the hotel. That's what it was. And he's like, okay. And I bet you we got back quick enough that Steve was probably still waiting for the Uber, and was like, oh, here's Steve now. Thanks, buddy.
Here's Steve.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Lots of fun. Lots of fun.
no, 40.
Is Wesker Griff? JT's always sleeping on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Ed, you have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Do you want to go there?
Oh, he should go there. He needs to go there.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I have it here somewhere. I could find it real quick.
All
Oh,
right.
what?
I don't
You
know
got-
what you're pulling up, but go ahead.
You got a photo?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
I do
Yep.
have a bed this year, by the way, for the record.
So,
Ed, I hope you're still here, man.
what do you guys have? Like a suite? Like a hotel that's real close or what?
Mm,
I have one that's over by the airport. That is,
it's
I
an
want
air,
a
it's an
giveaway.
airfield. In Cleveland, it's an airfield.
No, I just thought you guys were all together again.
No.
Kind of, sorta.
No.
I
Where's
think we're all in the
I
same
don't-
hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all in the same
Yeah.
hotel.
Hey, so last year I had a couple custom cards made of Mike and Mike, and then this year
Oh.
I had a couple custom cards made of JT and Andy, and this is what I have for JT. This is the back.
I like those flawless.
If you just want to read that last little paragraph there, that should talk to what Ed was talking about.
Just read it out loud.
Oh, we can't, the deafening
I can't
silence.
see it.
Oh, you can't?
Mhm.
No.
Okay, I'll just
I
read
mean-
that last part. It says he's not afraid to go that extra mile for his friends or sleep on their hotel room floors if that means saving a buck. That's what
Yeah.
makes him a flawless friend.
You got the front? I want to see the front.
I said, and we said that because old boy wouldn't write. That's what makes him an asshole.
Yeah.
There's the front,
Nice.
No, where's the completed
Oh,
one?
the finished product.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
it?
scroll up. There it is.
There it is, right there.
Oh, that's sick.
Ooh,
Oh,
looking
yeah.
good. Looking good.
Brown.
You know how nervous I am to sign that fucking thing?
Hey,
He's been practicing.
Chris from Missouri's on. There we go.
Of course he's on. He's dying to get on. He's on every other live stream. Why not this one?
They need to have golf cart Ubers inside at Chicago. That walk was hard on a fat guy. Amen.
I'll
Try
click on
a fat-
YouTube.
A
and
fat
he's the
guy with
first-
a busted
first one on my
hip.
stream. I'm like, God dang, I can't get away from this guy. He's uploading
Yeah,
a
he's
video.
on
He's on
every-
his live stream.
Ed Wesker Griff, you are bang on. That's 10, man.
Hey Garrett, can you tell me which of these you prefer as a signature on your card?
oh god, dude.
Would you prefer this one?
What is that?
You got options, bro.
This one?
Fuck you, Gary.
Probably that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll work on that.
I'm glad I zoomed in for that second one.
It's original. It's original.
Oh, well, I can call it here, boys. We've been on here an hour and a half. I can end it, and if y'all want to stick around and bullshit, you can. If y'all got to go home,
We are three.
yeah,
I'm
but
at
this
the
was
house.
fun, man. I had a freaking blast.
We are 3 weeks out.
Yeah, buddy.
3 weeks out.
3 weeks right now. Mike, you might be 69 with Andy right this minute.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Just think about it, little buddy. You're going to be a little spoon pretty soon.
Oh, until next time. Adios. Be safe. Bye bye. Doodles.
Peace.
I'm getting a drink.